This problem is about finding the maximum power from a steam turbine. The problem statement is a steam turbine operates with a superheated steam flowing at 1 kg per second. This steam is supplied at 41 bar and 500 degrees Celsius and discharges at 1.01325 bar and 100 degrees Celsius. This was asked in GATE Chemical Engineering in the year 2003. The data given are corresponding to inlet pressure and temperature. We are given with enthalpy and entropy. And for the same pressure at another temperature 251.8 degrees Celsius, we are given with enthalpy of saturated steam and entropy of saturated steam. Otherwise, at 41 bar, the saturation temperature is 251.8 degrees Celsius. That is the information we are getting. And corresponding to the exit conditions, there is 1.01325 bar and 100 degrees Celsius. We are given with enthalpy of saturated vapor and liquid and entropy of saturated vapor and liquid. We are asked to find the maximum power output in kilowatt. Let us again go through the problem. See the inlet pressure temperature condition. The corresponding to inlet pressure, this 500 degrees Celsius is a superheated vapor. For that, we are given with entropy. And for maximum power output, the process has to be an isentropic one. Otherwise, the maximum power P will be maximum. Whereas the power will be maximum for isentropic expansion. Whereas maximum power is obtainable only from the isentropic expansion, which means the entropy at initial, that is a condition 1, and entropy at the exit, that is a condition at 2, ought to be the same. So let us again go through the data. So entropy at inlet condition is 7.0785 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, whereas the exit condition is corresponding to 1.01325 bar and 100 degrees Celsius, but we don't know whether it is a saturated vapor or a mixture of vapor and liquid, or it may be a superheated vapor. That information is not known to us. Otherwise, we need to find, otherwise we can simply equate the entropy corresponding to the inlet and outlet. Inlet entropy is known to us. The outlet entropy, let us check. This S1 is having a value of 7.0785 kilojoules per Kelvin. This is actually lesser than the entropy of the saturated vapor corresponding to the exit conditions. Otherwise, this S2 is lesser than what is it, SG2, or is entropy of the saturated vapor. What is the entropy of the saturated vapor? Entropy of the saturated vapor is given as 7 point, which is equal to 7.3554 grams of kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So since this S2 is lesser than SG2, we can say that the exit is a mixture of vapor and liquid. Let us understand this from the diagram. So we are given with the inlet pressure condition of 41 bar and the exit is at 1 bar. The entropy at 1 is 7.0785 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and entropy at 2 is also the same value, but entropy of saturated vapor corresponding to this condition is 7.3554 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Likewise, entropy of the saturated liquid, entropy of the saturated liquid is also available 1.3069, which is nothing but the entropy of SF2. SF2 is equal to 1.3069. kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Fine. Otherwise, since the value of S2, there is a value of S2, that is nothing but the S1, is in between these SF and SG, otherwise it is less than SG, definitely this condition 2 is a mixture of vapor and liquid. Otherwise, the fraction of vapor is given by the value of X. Otherwise, this is the fraction of vapor. How we again ensure that this entropy at condition 1 is 7.0785 kilojoules per kg, and entropy of the saturated vapor corresponding to the exit pressure condition is 7.354 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Since this value is higher than this S2, so which means since this S2 is lesser than SG2, which is possible only for a mixture of vapor and liquid. So our first task is to find the fraction of value of X. So what is the need for this X? Because we need to find the enthalpy corresponding to condition 2. That for that part we will come shortly. Now let us find X2. So for that we can write the equation, this S1 equal to S2, and S2 is, and S1 is already known to us, which is 7.0785 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and S2 can be written in terms of this saturated liquid enthalpy and saturated vapor enthalpy, which is SF2 plus X into SG2 minus SF2. Otherwise, this value, this X, which is a fraction lesser than maximum of equal to 1. So this SG2 minus SF2. So this is the whole of this value. This whole of this difference is SG2 minus SF2, and this is the fraction of that portion. So this fraction multiplied by this S will give you the value of this enthalpy corresponding to this SF2 plus this X into SF2 plus X into this difference will give the value of S2. So we can solve this based on the available data of SF2 and SG2, which is 1.3069 plus X into 7.3554 minus 1.3069. Already we have left hand side is 7.0785. 7.0785 is the entropy of the inlet vapor. So from which upon solving we will be getting this X as equal to 0.954. That is a fraction of vapor available at the exit conditions. Now to find the maximum power, the power obtainable is, we will come to the diagram shortly. Diagram below is about the pressure enthalpy diagram. For that we are going to come shortly. This power is actually mass flow rate into delta H. So delta H we need to find. Mass flow rate is already known to us, which is 1 kg per second. That is a data. This is the mass flow rate of steam. So delta H we need to find. So for that we need to know the value of H1 and H2. So H1 is given as, H1 is available as, what is H1? This value, no? Enthalpy of the inlet condition 3443.9 kilojoule per kg. That we will write now first. H1 equal to 3443.9 kilojoule per kg, and H2 is to be obtained. H2 how to get? H2 equal to, as like that of S2, no? H2 equal to HF2 plus x into Hg2 minus Hf2. So what are all available? Let us first write. Hf2 and Hg2 are needed. What is mean by Hf2 and Hg2? Hf2 corresponds to enthalpy of saturated liquid at the exit condition, and this is Hg2 corresponds to enthalpy of saturated vapor corresponding to exit conditions. Otherwise, inlet condition is 1 and exit is 2, and inlet is a superheated vapor, which means this is what is called, this yellow line is the constant pressure line. This constant pressure line, and we have this constant temperature lines. So after this saturation, this is superheated conditions, superheated vapor, superheated steam. So this is the inlet condition, and exit is a mixture of vapor and liquid, that already we know the fraction of vapor. So exit is a mixture of vapor and liquid, and process is happening isentropically, and this lower blue line is the corresponding to pressure of 1.01325 bar. The inlet corresponds to, otherwise inlet is at 41 bar, otherwise we can write it better here. So this corresponds to 41 bar, and this corresponds to 1.01325 bar. Since already we know this value of x, we can make use of that to get the value of this H2. Of course, Hf2 and Hg2 we need to take it from the data given. Hf2 and Hg2, these are all nothing but the enthalpy of saturated, this liquid is Hf2 and vapor is Hg2. So 26, okay, let us write it. So Hf2 is given as, Hf2 corresponds to this enthalpy of saturated liquid, which is given as 419.1, and this Hg2 is 2676. Let us again check it. 2676 and 419.1. Okay, they were written in the diagram. So now we can get the value of H2, that is equal to Hf2 is 419.1 plus what is x? X is 0.954 into Hg2 is 2676 minus Hf2 is 419.1. So this value is obtained as 2572.2 kilojoule per kg. So H2 is available, H1 is also available. So H1 minus H2 is the power per kg, or is power obtainable, or is, let's say, the, what is it, the energy obtainable from the expansion process. So let us find the power equal to m dot into delta H, which is the m dot into H1 minus H2, and m dot is already given as only 1 kg per second, and H1 is 3443.9, and H2 is 2572.2. So upon solving, we are getting this value as 871.7. So what is the unit? Mass is in kg per second, and enthalpy difference is kilojoule per kg. So kg getting cancelled, so we will be heading in terms of kilojoules per second, nothing but the kilowatt unit. So otherwise, simply 871.7 kilowatt. So what is the answer closer to this final value? 871.7 we have as the answer. The corresponding nearest value is here. Otherwise, this is the answer. Let us summarize the problem again. So we are given with the inlet pressure temperature conditions and exit pressure temperature conditions. But inlet is a superheated vapor and exit is a mixture of vapor and liquid. To find the fraction of vapor, first we make use of the relation of the isentropic expansion, because maximum power is obtained from isentropic expansion. Using that information, we could get the value of x simply by equating s1 and s2, and s2 is the summation of S2 is obtained from this formula sf2, and x, that is a fraction of vapor, multiplied by this portion corresponding to this difference, and from which we have this fraction of vapor is 0.954, and maximum power is simply from isentropic expansions. And for isentropic expansion, we need to find the delta H value. Delta H is again simply obtained from the value of enthalpy at 1, and enthalpy at 2 is obtained based on the fraction of vapor using the similar formula as that of S2. H2 is the fraction of enthalpy of saturated liquid, and this is saturated vapor minus the enthalpy of saturated liquid. This is corresponding to actually the latent heat of vaporization, and from which we have this H2 value, and power is simply m into delta H, and we have this value of 871 kilowatt. So the answer is C. Answer option is C. Okay, hope you could have some learning from this problem. Thank you.